Yo, check it out, the Rainbow Family Podcast, coming live, straight to you every Saturday night. 8-bit, electropunk, underground electronica, we've got it all. RFP, it's a way of life.
Jesus loves you. Welcome to the Rainbow Family Podcast. I am your host, David Blake Mercer. Today's episode features an interview from High C, the founder of RhymeTorrents.org. His name is Jason Christie. Christ is Lord. I'm going to start off with MC Chris and the song Neville. It's about Neville Longbottom from Harry Potter.
I am the chosen one, no need to hold a gun. I take you there like a double-decker bus does. I am a Gryffindor, stand up to Voldemort. I bring it up like it was Horcruxes. Love by the kitchen staff, I'm why the Weasleys laugh. Know my way around, in fact I memorize Marauder's map. If you have to ask what it's like and how long it lasts, kinda sorta felt like wearing a flaming sorting hat. Name is Neville, I'm a rebel, don't worry about the tension. Did I fail to mention that my specialty suspension isn't getting lifted? I'm a hip chick, come to Hogwarts hookups. I'm the kid you look up when you feel like getting shook up. I got cockroach clusters, I got them chocolate frogs, I got every flavor made by that babe Birdie Bots. I got what you want, I got what you need. I got those whizzy beats so fizzy, you say wizard please. I'm someone with the smell, cause pages are prohibited. You can go to hell if you think my time's unlimited. I'll meet you by the Willow Kid if you prefer the forest. Just bring the goblin gold and don't wake Mrs. Norris. What? I am the chosen one, no need to hold a gun. I take you there like a double-decker bus does. I am a Gryffindor, stand up to Voldemort. I bring it up like it was Horcruxes. I am the chosen one, no need to hold a gun. I take you there like a double-decker bus does. I am a Gryffindor, stand up to Voldemort. I bring it up like it was Horcruxes. They say that I am lacking and I ain't up to snuff. Snape's always on my case cause he secretly sucks. It's how remembering stuff, I think my brain has been wiped. Like I might have seen some shit that would scar you for life. So they think that I'm a fuck up and it's brilliantly clever. So many things I can't remember, like where's my toe Trevor? Can I ask for the password? I fear I have forgotten. Call me Neville Longbottom, I leave every bomb rotten. Love streak above beat, elf out of Ireland. Meet me at the one at which your room of requirements. Step back, catch a cactus blast, I'm a stink sap. Chill, Dumbledore is down, in fact he likes a fat sack. If you want a break from the stress and the studies, holler at your buddy and I'll make you feel funny. I'm the pudgy pure blood packing unicorn power. Up in the highest tower where I fire, I'm a power. This is stupid, guys. This is stupid. We're wasting our money. We should be using magic. I am the chosen one, no need to hold a gun. I take you there like a double-decker bus does. I am a Gryffindor, stand up to Voldemort. I bring it up like it was Horcruxes. I am the chosen one, no need to hold a gun. I take you there like a double-decker bus does. I am a Gryffindor, stand up to Voldemort. I bring it up like it was Horcruxes.
Next up is a song from the Brute Force Attack album. It is featuring Kool Keith, aka Dr. Octagon, and once again it is by High C, and it is the Jimmy Green remix, followed by the interview.
Nerdcore,
Brute Force Attack! Brute Force Attack!
High C, OG Don Vito,
Brute Force Attack! Jimmy Green!
Kool Keith. Metaphysical thought, make me do things. Walk around the earth with your whole brain. Fly above the ground in a jet plane. Through the clouds, I can see the birds. Through the words, Big Herb. Come down the ramp with a Peterbilt around the curve. 95 South, I'm a hall of metaphors. In-house, for the Home Depot. The chicks in shorts wanna play the court. Navigation, everything computer bought. Tires shine, fine armor roar. Tires spin on the highway Uniroar. Make a left to the exit to the other side. Switch over to the other rigs, roll down your face. Get gas in diesel. Original Nerdcore. Everything computer board.
Brute force attack. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force attack. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force attack.
I see.
A whole lot of people wanna keep us back, throwing us curves, keeping us off track. Shaky house of cards with the deck well stacked. You might not believe it, but it is like that. Stare at the screen of the corporate state. Pledge your allegiance to 2 minutes hate. Headlines scream and the radio wails. Network news and the fairy tales. Truth of it is, system fail. We're all in jail and there ain't no bail. Miseducated like Lauryn Hill. Every cop license to kill. Anonymous, no. They got your info, you give them the data to pwn you, bro. If you wanna go to woe, they'll take you to woe. It's a one-way flow toward total control. Probe their security and find the cracks. Brute force attack.
Everything computer board.
Brute force attack. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force attack. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force attack.
I see.
We built the gilded prison we live in. Fell prey to technologist's vision. Try and speak up and face derision. Surgical strike, AI precision, dystopia. There's an app for that. And social media kept us trapped. Make some waves and you might get capped. I don't know about you, but I stay strapped. Now 2023. People ain't blind, they refuse to see. Wrong way, on a one-way street. Chessboard pawns of the elite. Virtual reality, the future is a fallacy. Plunge onto the apogee, it's bedtime for democracy. Pink Floyd's wall pressed against your back. Brute force attack.
Everything computer board.
Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force attack. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force attack.
Use of unnecessary violence as can approve.
Brute force attack. Brute force attack.
I see. OG Don Vito. Kool.
Shimmy green. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force. Brute force attack.
Cool, everything's up and running. So, let's see.
Welcome to the Rainbow Family Podcast.
Yes, the Rainbow Family Podcast. It started with a guy named Mr. Grape and the Grape Kool-Aid Experience in 2006, and it was from vflaw.net. Vincent Flaw was the name of the band. Now, my buddy Mike Dahlquist, he directs music videos for like Lil Nas X. He made the Panini music video. He made a music video for Doja Cat, and he directs Saturday Night Live skits, and he works with Andy Samberg and friends. So his friend Max, he was the one who told me that I was like the next generation. He passed me the torch. He told me to keep doing, to keep it up. And so, Jason, okay. So originally, where'd you get
I mean, I put so Lonely Island were Creative Commons, and that's how they kind of helped grow quickly. And also, I've learned that they made YouTube, like on a boat. I think or whatever is largely responsible for YouTube's rapid growth. Like those guys were shooting in HD as amateur filmmakers, like in LA, like way before anyone else really had that sort of gear. And they kind of, I think, broke YouTube early on. Like broke it, like it kind of got they had to pump up the horsepower on YouTube because of Lonely Island so much. So they were Creative Commons. And so I did a remix, a minimalist remix on Rhyme Torrents. It's called I Think I Just Killed the President, High C's Minimalist Remix. So I took 1/2 second or so from another song called Arty Party, in which they talk about befriending a homeless guy and addicting him to crack to have someone to hang out with. And so when they talk about killing the president, Andy Samberg gets hypnotized and he thinks he might have killed the president. It says, I blamed it on a homeless guy and I inserted Arty. That was my entire remix of the two songs. But since it was Creative Commons, I was able to have them on the first Rhyme Torrents disc. So I'm sure they know who I am.
Where did you get the name High C?
I picked that name in 1988, and I'm either in the LSU Reveille newspaper. I think it says LSU student high C, HIGH-C. It was it's either that or I was in the Baton Rouge paper, the Morning Advocate, with this big ass mohawk. But either way, I had picked the rap name High C before even the guy affiliated with DJ Quick, I think, had come out, HI-C. And he got sued actually and had to change his name. But now there are like 30 High C rappers out there. HIGHC spelled the same. There's someone else on Spotify that owns the word High C on Spotify. So I'm the original High C, which is very Spinal Tap-esque. It's actually, people liked Meter versus Yard more than they liked me early on. People like, I wish you did more Meter versus Yard stuff. I had hooked up with this Chicago producer duo last year, and they were kind of gassing me, saying, like, wow, you really blew up some shit back in the days. Like, they did their research on me and said, hey, let's jump on this Grand Theft Auto 6 because there's $83 million in promotional money. And let's do a Grand Theft Auto song and try and, get Rockstar's attention. And I'm like, yeah, we could do that, because I had a Vice City song. I have a nerdcore radio station in Grand Theft Auto 6. Still a lot of time to actually try and make that happen.
Who's in charge?
So me and the Chicago producers didn't end up doing anything. Sorry, go ahead.
You're forgiven. Who's in charge of the soundtrack for Grand Theft Auto 6? Because if you remember Scarface, that game for Xbox had a superb soundtrack, and
Right.
I remember that you could change the radio station. There could probably be something specifically for electro that would definitely cover lo-fi and nerd rap.
That would be so cool. A nerdcore channel, even, because it's logical. So that's what we were going to try and do. I was like, why don't I find some more nerd rappers and we'll do like a whole little Grand Theft Auto, Vice City Grand Theft Auto album. So technically, Meter vs. Yard, my first album, that was in 2000. So then, 20, about 16, 18 years later, we finally did Brute Force Attack. The Collabs and Cover one is probably going to come out next month, and it's got a lot of great people on it. And then what I was calling my last album is also in post-production. It's called Hip Crime. And so it was written, this stuff was named way back then, and it's finally happened, and I'm pretty excited about it. This is the first time I feel proud of my rap. I'm kind of slow and plodding and old school, but like Don Vito made this work to our advantage. Like, definitely. The theme of the first album is what if the old school rappers were nerds? And, so
You mean
so we've got like Ice Cube style track and Ice-T style. Yeah.
I was saying like Planet Rock and maybe like the stuff from like the breakdancing era in the 1980s.
Well, and actually Ice-T cited the Talking Heads song Psycho Killer as the influence for Cop Killer, which is also funny to think about Ice-T listening to Talking Heads. But, of course he would. Talking Heads were pretty cool.
He has a side project where he covered a song by Suicidal Tendencies. I don't remember.
Yeah, that Body Count. That is some of the best new Body Count, because he changed all the lyrics and then made it modern, and that's great. I've always thought, and he knows who I am. It's kind of a one-way communication with him. But I've always said that guys, you need to do a damn a Dr. Octagon style sci-fi alternate persona. Like, he would be so good at that. Like, can you imagine if he applied his writing skills to not being Ice-T or Body Count, but something nerdier and more tech oriented, like Del and Deltron and Kool Keith and Dr. Octagon, and I assume some other people have done, but he hasn't bitten on it. So
how did you wind up working with Kool Keith?
Okay, well, Kool Keith also like Lonely Island. Kool Keith appears on one of the first Rhyme Torrents discs. I had a choice of Ants or Aliens. It was the Return of Dr. Octagon album. And I got this from his manager, and apparently without his knowledge or permission, because as someone on the message board looked into like a year or two later, they ran into Kool Keith at a convention or, whatever, a show or whatever, and they said, "Hey, Kool Keith, you're on Rhyme Torrents. You like nerdcore?" And he said, "What is nerdcore?" So he had no idea. But no, he is available to work with if you have the money. If you've got, he apparently does like almost a verse every day for something. And, if you've got about like $1,500, you can get him on a track. I wrote the title track, Brute Force Attack. I wrote it in kind of Ice-T style delivery because I was trying to get Ice-T. I could get a verse from him. It's $10,000. I mean, the same thing right now. I paid Chino XL, and I'm waiting on a verse for Chino XL. He's going to be on the title track of my third album, if he comes through. But he's definitely sitting on like $1,600 of mine right now, and very spotty about even answering email. Like but we'll wait and see. Yeah, so you've heard now this track that you're going to be on with me, called The One.
Yes.
And this is also something that I've learned, that there are a whole bunch of rappers out there who are guesting on each other's albums who have never met and never talked to each other. So the song The One, I think you've heard my lyrics, and it kind of tells the whole story of how Rhyme Torrents came about. So the untold part of all of this is that we did Rhyme Torrents, and we got our publicity, and the documentaries were made, and we did the first Nerdapalooza, and those people came to me for the second Nerdapalooza, and they said, "We want you to blow this up," which I was the one to do that because I had the message board, and we had rhymetorrents.com and nerdcorehiphop.org. Those were both mine. Kind of like when I was given $3,500 by Divx to go to Vegas, and I ended up showing up with 14 other nerd rappers or something like that. I spent that money on getting Emergency Pizza Party there and Zealous One and all these different people. And we did 2 shows in Vegas, and it was a historic event. I got Monzi and MC++ on stage together, making up and doing Kill Dash 9 together. And you talk about destiny and things like that and changing lives. Rhyme Torrents and Nerdcore responsible for people moving to Orlando, for people getting married, people having children. This all came about through Nerdcore and Rhyme Torrents.
I hope you liked the interview. High C is going to be on Rhyme Torrents Volume 11 and is probably going to sponsor the album with $1,000 for promotion, and it is probably going to be featured in Rolling Stones magazine. This next song is from High C's heavy metal band called Gortician out of Texas, and the song is called Eaten, Beaten, and Crucified. The full EP was released in 1993, and it's pretty metal.
If I have to crucify you to save the world, then I'll crucify you. If I have to crucify you to save the world, then I'll crucify you. If I have to crucify you to save the world, then I'll crucify you. If I have to crucify you to save the world, then I'll crucify you.
kept begging me. So you were crucified, beaten, marked, and crucified, beaten, marked, and crucified. And it wasn't the beginning, so it will always be. I tried to live my life, you just fuck with me. Help me to the grave, won't let it rest. Saying I'm a sinner, want me to confess. Uncontrollable, my hatred drives me to kill. You break my spirit, I'm driven by animal will.
Thanks again for tuning in to the Rainbow Family Podcast. I have been your host, David Blake Mercer, and I leave you with MC Chris, Japanese Maid.
She worked it every set, she perfect in every sense. I need some cooking, cleaning, don't mean to be demeaning, but when you feather dust my nuts, I turn into a demon. There ain't no other recourse, so many chores that you can do it all for. So many windows indoors, so many rooms that you want to explore. So much dirt in the kitchen, so many dirty positions. Guess who's cleaning these dishes? Guess whose penis gets kisses? Mine does. Word up. I want you, I love you, I want to subjugate you tonight. I claim you, I name you, can't wait, you need to do me for life. I think that you're great, you give me such a clean place. My Japanese maid, you are my wife and my slave. You do everything right, I do what you so right. You are also polite, and your vagina's so tight. Scrub, gloves or rubber, you're the quicker picker upper. Draw a bath and bring me supper. She's my servant and my lover. There is no need for garters, my dick is getting harder. You'll grab a Swiffer, make it stiffer, stir it up for starters. I like to whip you rock, working non-stop. Maybe wish I had 9 tentacle cocks. For the little fox with animal ears on top. I'm about to J-pop, got her on lock. Down in my dungeon devices, now that I know that she prices, she can be my bubblegum crisis. I don't know what that means.